Howdy, howdy, Vikings. Welcome back to the playthrough. We are on episode 28, and at the start of today's episode, before we go over what we're going to be doing, just want to quickly say that in our previous episode, in episode 27, I did ask a couple of questions. One of them was to do with episode timers, and I was asking people for their opinions and their thoughts on whether or not I increased the episode timer to try and keep the actual amount of episodes of this series a bit lower. And in between that episode and now, I have thought to myself, maybe it's a good idea to have a few episodes, like have a few in the series, like the next 2 or 3 episodes be about half an hour long, so that way people can see what it's like and, see the difference on it. I know it's not that big of a difference, it's not that much of a change, it's only an increase of 5 or 10 minutes, but yeah, next couple of episodes are going to be about half an hour long, so just so you can get a look as to what they're going to be like. But yeah, on with the episode. For today, we are carrying on with our smelting and our charcoal gathering. We need to get some more wood and gather some, get the charcoal kilns fired up. And I'm also thinking that at some point we might also go off and explore the islands nearby and get over to the Elder and try and get a portal system set up over there as well. Maybe explore that island a little bit. We want to make sure that we know where the Elder's fight arena is and what space we've got, what room we've got to play with, and if we need to put anything else down whilst we're there. But we also want a portal nearby so that if we do die to the Elder, we have got a quick way of getting back rather than having to sail. Especially considering that I believe his arena will be on a different island. I could be wrong completely. It could just snake off and go round and actually be connected to each other, but I don't know. I'm pretty certain it'll be on a different island just because of how far away it is. But we will take our boat out and explore that later on. But yeah, for now we are just carrying on with smelting and upgrading. We do have some weapons to make as well. We aren't going to take on the Elder with a spear. We also need our new shield and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what today's session is about. We are upgrading, smelting, charcoaling or burning wood, whatever you'd call it, and crafting. The fun part, the part everyone enjoys, which is the crafting side of it. To start off, we're having to do the usual, which is to go off and gather a boatload of wood. So yeah, that's going to be the fun part. We'll probably take the cart with us as well, We'll find out. I think the cart might be a good idea, make life a bit easier for us, but yeah. Yeah, I think we will. We might as well take it with us. What's in here? Just a bit of coal. Yeah, we'll leave that. It's not heavy, so we should be okay to just drag this with us. Just makes gathering a boatload of wood a lot quicker and easier. Also, if we gather a few hundred of it, that should see us for a fair while. So yeah, we're just going to crack on with doing that for the start. Okay, so while we're just cutting these trees down, there is one thing I would like to point out, which is that you might have noticed that the stamina cost of swinging our axe has gone up for pretty much both types of swing when it comes to cutting trees down. So whether it be the downward strike that we do, the the one we use to cut out the stumps thing we're doing now, or whether it be the basic wood cutting animation, like this kind of sideways swing that we do. But I've noticed with our bronze axe, that is now costing us more stamina per swing. I believe that is a similar kind of theme that goes throughout the whole game, so the higher level axes and tools that you use, the more stamina it costs to use them. Kind of makes sense when you think about it. I think bronze, I'm not actually sure about this in real life, so please don't please don't quote me on this, but it might just be that maybe, you know, iron is a bit heavier than bronze, so requires a bit more power to swing, more stamina to swing it, but then it's also doing more damage. So that's kind of like the trade-off in a way, is that it does cost more stamina to swing the axe or the pickaxe, but it is doing more damage to the thing you're swinging it at. So, you know, that's kind of the trade-off of it as well. The other thing is that as you're going through the game and going into higher level biomes and getting higher level equipment, you are getting better levels of food as well. One thing I do whenever it comes to this type of gathering and stuff like that, where I know that I need to have a lot of stamina at my disposal, but I don't need to have a huge amount of health because I'm not going into anything particularly dangerous. So what I usually do is I eat 3 stamina foods or 2 stamina foods and kind of like a mixed food as well, so a bit of health and a bit of stamina, so that I've got a nice beefy stamina bar, and, you know, I don't have to worry too much about stopping and recharging it every couple of minutes or every couple of trees that we cut down. So that does kind of work in your benefit as well. There is also a mead that we could make. It's called a tasty mead, which it sacrifices some of your health regeneration, but does give you a higher stamina regeneration. Now, I haven't ever really used that mead, but then again, now that I think about it, the amount of times that you do have to go and cut down trees and stuff like that and do some quite high stamina, you know, activities, it does actually make sense that you would want to do that. So, I don't know, it might be something we look at later on into the playthrough, it might not be, I'm not 100% sure. As you can tell, it is taking less swings to take these trees down, so it isn't that huge of a problem. And the Elder's buff, or the boss ability that you get from the Elder, is kind of centralized around tree cutting and wood cutting and stuff like that. So, you know, it's not a massive problem. This is not taking ages and ages and ages, but yeah, you can see that we do have to cut down a fair amount of trees and a lot of logs, so we are needing a fair bit of stamina. Yeah, I think that's the same with the higher level axes as well. There is the iron axe above this one, and there is even an axe above that too. I'm not sure whether or not that counts for two-handed axes as well, because I've never really made any of the two-handed axes and tried to use them to cut trees down. I mean, it would make sense if you could cut a tree down in like one swing if you had a massive two-handed axe, but I don't even think we have access to one yet, so we can't even really test that theory. But yeah, I mean, it would kind of make sense. It's the same as, obviously your stamina usage would go down as well if you were to level up the woodcutting skill to much higher. I think ours is currently about the mid-20s, and I'm pretty sure the max level is 50 for all of your skills. So, you know, maybe if we were to spend more time cutting down trees and, you know, leveling up our woodcutting skill, then, you know, maybe it would cost less stamina and would be a bit more efficient. But yeah, I think we've gathered enough now, so we're just going to head home and start smelting it, or start burning it into charcoal, coal, and then we will also start smelting as well. One thing I do remember from our previous episode that we need to go and finish off is the walls around the portal that we moved. We did move our Black Forest portal to the north, the northern Black Forest part that we'd started exploring and running through some of the burial chambers. I think we've placed our portal up there, so we do need to pop back and finish building the walls around that so that it's nice and protected. But yeah, now that we're back at base, we're just going to dump inventories, although we don't seem to be doing very well at that when we were holding the majority of the stuff we came back with. We do have a lot of seeds. I think we might put a couple of chests down next to the forge. Yeah, we will do. We're putting some chests here because I don't want to keep running back and forth to pick up bars every time we craft something with metal. Plus, it gives us a place to have all of our metal crafting bits and pieces, so like nails and other types of stuff that we're going to use when it comes to metal crafting, so we can keep them all in a nice convenient area rather than having to run back and forth and grab them out of chests and then find out that we haven't picked up enough of them, so we have to run back and pick up even more. I think what we'll do as well is we'll move all the smelted bars into the chest next to the forge as well, so that when we've got enough metal bars for crafting, we can then just pick them all up at once and craft away. I'm going to quickly fill up all of these. Right, let's take a look at this area, work out what we need to do. Obviously, building the walls is the main priority. I think that's the only thing we really need to do currently. We're not really in need of any more settling cores just yet, so I don't think we're going to clear out any crypts. We should also put a marker down for this portal as well. There is a copper deposit right here, but I want to make sure I know where the portal is, because in about 10 episodes time I'm going to completely forget where the portal would be, so a marker for it is more effective. And I've just realised that we've forgotten to bring any wood, so we need to pop back and grab that. We'll put a little gate on it as well. We're going to improve our walled off areas for portals and not make the mistake we did when the wolf showed up in our previous Black Forest area, because we didn't have a gate on that walled off bit, so we couldn't get inside when the wolf was attacking us, so that's probably one of the reasons we ended up dying. Well, actually no, the reason we ended up dying to the wolf was because we decided to fight him when we were too low level to fight him. But we did eventually manage to win that fight. But yeah, I want to make sure these wall-off areas have a gate on them at least, so that we can, at least get in there if we are being chased by anything particularly dangerous. There doesn't appear to be a mountain next to this Black Forest biome that we've got portaled, so we should be alright in terms of not running into anything particularly dangerous. But I'll probably be eating my words at some point. There we go. Alright, let's get these walls built. Oh god. Whoops. I did not mean to step through the portal there. See, that's the issue with sprinting everywhere. Sometimes you step a bit too far and then you go through the portal by accident. Oh no, I've wasted about 5 seconds. I do love the portal system. It makes travelling so much easier. If you remember from our previous episode how long it took for us to run up here, we even had to take off our armour and pop Eikthyr to get up here, and it still took a bit of time. So having that portal system is just so much quicker. But again, you can not use them or take out the option to use them completely, so not like you have to if you want to be a bit more immersive in the playthrough. We're starting to run out of food as well. Shouldn't be that important. Why is it connecting to there? Oh, it's not on the ground. It should be fine. That's only the stability. We're not really going to build anything else from it. Plus these wall sections next to it are all going to be built into the ground anyway, so they're going to be protected enough. Oh, that is one thing I haven't mentioned as well when you're building. So as you've noticed, there is a snapping option when building, and especially when you're building walls and doors and stuff like that. They will try and snap to the bit you're placing them against. But as you saw there, the gate, when it snapped to that wall section, it snapped and it was about a quarter of the way into the floor. Now, you can leave it like that if you want to. Gates and doors being half in the floor isn't going to stop them from working, but they do look a bit weird. So what you can do to prevent that snapping is when you're hovering over where you want to build the door or the gate or something like that, if you hold down LB on your controller, I'm not sure which button it is on mouse and keyboard because I haven't done it in so long, but yeah, if you hold down left bumper on your controller, that will cancel the snapping so you can more freely position where you want the item to be. Oh, that looks a bit weird. It's a bit built inwards. Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. Just knock that down. Turn it sideways once. Go that way. Yeah, that's much better. It's going to stick out the front of a little bit, but it's not too bad. Let's cut down this bush. Don't really care about having bushes in here. And yep, we're done. That is a rudimentary defensive wall built for our portal. That should prevent it being knocked down by anything particularly nasty. Hopefully none of the trolls will come up and smash it to bits. We are getting pretty close to nighttime as well, so we'll probably refill these charcoal kilns and go and sleep to get some more charcoal. Might even fill up some more of these smelters as well. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to go to sleep and it is still a little bit daytime, so we'll probably get all of them done by the time we wake up for the next day. Now these aren't finished yet, but we can just top them up. Okay, that's those filled up. shut the door so nothing can wander in at night time, and then go to sleep. I don't think we're ever at risk of anything wandering into our base, even if we did leave the door open or into the building, just because we've got so many fires around that railings and stuff like that would be put off from coming too close. But, again, I think it's more of a picky thing for me. I just like closing doors and having them closed. Okay, it's day 32. Do a quick repair of items. Think. Just repair the axe quickly. Definitely gonna need more of that. I think what we'll do as well is I think we might actually just upgrade our troll armor whilst we're here. We've got a fair bit of troll hide, so we might as well spend some of it on upgrading the armor. I think we had 19 armor total, so let's see how much we get from upgrading these bits. We do need some bone in order to upgrade our helmet. We'll spend some of the last bits of the troll hide on upgrading the helmet. We might do the cape as well at some point. There we go. So we've got 2 level 3 pieces and a level 2 piece. So we have 19. Let's see where we go to. I reckon it's going to be about 29, I think. 11, 19, 29. Perfect. Look at that. That's a big jump. That's plus 10 armor. Again, the bronze armor set at the same level of upgrades would be more armor, but I do like the freedom of movement you get with the troll hide. There we go. All of our smelting's done. Now we can knock these down, because I don't think we're going to need much more coal, and we are going to build our 3 smelters and get cracking on smelting. And then I think we might take a look at going on our sailing trip, going out to find the Elder. Although we might actually have to take one of these smelters down, because we're going to need it for... We're going to need the Smelting cores for the portal system, because that is the main reason why I want to go and explore the Elder's Island, is to get a portal built there. Might as well get them started for now though, just to see, get as much of it done as possible. And like the silly sod that I am, I've completely forgotten to grab the materials for a portal. Even though I was literally just talking about it. Good job, me. Drop that stuff in there. Gonna need to grab some stuff, but we are also gonna need some Smelting cores, so I'm gonna have to take this one down. Probably should have left it running, but well, we've got the Smelting cores, but what we don't have is fine wood. I don't think we have any fine wood whatsoever, so we are gonna need to go and grab some of that too. So let's run out and grab that really quickly. One thing we don't need to worry too much about when sailing is nighttime. We don't really have to sleep through the night. We could always put the portal down at some point and sleep through the night if we really wanted to, but when you're sailing you don't need to worry too much about being attacked, unless of course you're sailing in the ocean, but even then the chances of being attacked are quite low, and even if you are attacked, the basic boat, if you keep the wind behind you, you'll be able to get up, not basic boat, sorry, with the carve, the current boat we're using, if you keep the wind behind you, you'll be able to outsail the monster anyway, and if you head for the shore, you should be able to get away from it. And seeing as though we need quite a lot of fine wood and I don't want to spend ages doing it, we are going to cut down this oak tree. As you saw there, it took several more swings than any other tree we've cut down so far, naturally because it's massive. It is one fat tree. Even the stump takes ages to cut down, but it still only gives you the 2 bits of standard wood. It's the thing I don't like about stumps. I think a stump for an oak tree or the birch trees should give you fine wood as well. Like 1 fine wood, 1 standard wood. I couldn't even be bothered swinging my axe at that greyling. I just had to shoot him with the bow. Not even let him get close enough to annoy me. Damn, that's a lot of wood. I think that's 10 of each. Okay, so that gave us a fair bit. I think we're going to need some more though. Let's just cut down a couple of these. Oh, that's lucky. Oh no, that's just 1 tree. That second part of it coming out the back made it look like there were 2 trees next to each other. Darn it. Get rid of the stump. Okay. Hopefully this should give us enough of the fine wood. We need 40 in total, obviously because we're building another separate portal system. 20 fine wood for each portal. So we need 1 for back at base and 1 for where we're placing it. Yep, still need a little bit more. Ah, there's 2 next to each other. I think we should only need 1 of them so far. Might as well leave it if we don't need it. Ouch, that landed on our foot. Did a tiny bit of damage there. I'll have to reposition for this one. Go. This is why I need to stop sprinting. Keep running out of stamina when I want to cut things. Oh, we're actually running out of space. 37, 39. Oh, come on. Really? We need 1 piece of fine wood? Come on, game. What are you doing to us? Might have to drop some of the wood in order to pick these up. $41, perfect. And grab as much more as possible. Leave the other logs. Don't really need the wood. It'll probably still be here when we come back in future, if we come back in future. But yeah, we don't really need the other wood, technically, so far. We do need it, but right now the priority is fine wood. Get as much as possible. How are the bees doing? They're fine. Right. We need to grab Grey Dwarf Eyes, 20 of those. 10 per portal. There we go. Oh, we're overweight now. Need to drop off this stone at some point and might just dump it somewhere. Just dump it. Where can we put it? Put it near for now. Okay, first portal. We're just going to stick it in here for now. As you can see, it's filling up. These portals are quite large, so they will fill up the room quite quickly. That's why I don't really want to specifically have them in here, especially once we've got a larger network running. So we will, at some point, move them somewhere else. I'll probably put them out the back, and we might wall that area off. Have a little doorway going to them, possibly. Quickly fill these ones up. Might as well leave them running whilst we're out and about. Getting pretty close to being done though. Most of the copper's done, and we just need to crack on with the tin after that, and then yeah, we'll be all good on bronze. Hopefully, all good on bronze. also going to need 10 wood, so we can build the crafting table to actually build the portal. Okay, so don't find wood in this chest. I want to keep it separate for now because we're going to need a lot of it. Put the, not the axe, you silly fool. Put the settling core that we don't need, the one left that we have. Might as well go and quickly repair our things. And we have eaten recently, so should be alright. Oops, didn't mean to secure myself to the master. Dump those in the inventory, just in case we die. Don't want to lose that. And now we can head off. Annoying enough is that we've got the wind against us. Oh, actually it seems to be moving. Yay, the wind's moving, perfect. Although actually no, that's a good position, because then when we actually get out from this little bay where our base is, we might be able to take advantage of the wind more, so that we can get high speed. I'm pretty sure it does work a bit like that, so if the wind is like blowing to the side of your boat like it is now, you don't get as much speed as you would if it was behind your boat. Again, it's not something I've ever really tested, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, just gonna crack on with the sailing for now. I'm gonna head over to where this elder is and start exploring the island. Okay, I think I'm gonna look at calling the episode soon. Like I said in one of our previous episodes, I believe it was in our last episode, or it might be the start of this one actually, I was thinking about making the episode timers about half an hour long for the next few episodes, just so you all could see the difference between them. So we are reaching that half an hour mark, so yeah, I'm going to look at ending this episode fairly soon, just while we're sailing, and then we'll pick up the next episode. Really, I don't know if I'll cut out any of the actual sailing part of it. I'll probably just pick up from where we leave off. But yeah, we are getting there with our smelting, and we are on our way over to the Elder to put up our little portal. We're going to need it to get there and back again. No, the Elder isn't that difficult of a fight. I really don't even think that I'm going to die, to be honest. I mean, again, I'll probably be eating those words, but he's not that difficult of a fight. So the portal's more just for time saving in terms of travelling back and forth. Plus we might have, you know, the portal and the area we have it might be nearby some other bits that we need to travel to as well. So fingers crossed we should be okay with that. We should use that portal a fair bit, I think. But yeah, I think we'll end the episode here. So thank you everybody for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will catch you in the next episode.